And so it makes it more difficult to fully understand. Another reason why we should, from a process standpoint, have given it the 2 or 3 days that we normally do so that people could better understand it, give us their insight on what should be done.
Julio, Democratic caller, Melbourne, Florida.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for taking my call.
Good morning.
I'm wondering if this bill, Brooks, I agree with everything you say. I'm a Democrat too. But how does that bill help the Veterans Affairs and on the disabled veterans, the guys, soldiers come back with PTSD?
Congressman?
Well, Veterans Affairs is one of the categories that is at risk under this bill. It is one of the areas that may be cut. Again, it depends on the super Congress or super committee of 12 individuals. Basically, to a large degree, not 100%, but to a large degree, in this legislation, 535 congressmen and senators have punted the issue to 12 super congressmen and super senators. 6 senators, 6 House members, 6 Republicans, 6 Democrats. If they choose to lock up 6 to 6, then all of a sudden you're going to see draconian cuts in certain sectors of our economy and certain sectors of the federal government services. One example would be, which is frightening to me, you're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of $60 billion a year in cuts beginning in FY13, just 14 months from now, in national defense. That is the #1 priority of the federal government, national defense. Yet without any further vote of the United States Congress, that could be cut by $60 billion, more or less, in just 14 months.
Kenneth, independent caller, Jacksonville, Alabama. Welcome to the conversation.
Yes, I would be extremely disappointed if Obama does not enact the 14th Amendment. Our problem started with NAFTA. I was working when NAFTA came about. I lost my job because of NAFTA. A lot of people in Alabama and other places, they lost their job as a result of NAFTA. When is somebody going to spend some money, turn NAFTA around, and maybe bring our jobs back that way? Make whatever adjustments the government needs to make.
Congressman?
Well, that's a very good point to bring up. America needs not just free trade, but also fair trade. We have handed too many of our jobs to competitors overseas. And all of this is kind of interrelated. You think we're talking about international trade and jobs in America. Well, that also is subject to the debt of the United States of America. 47% of that $14.5 trillion, that our creditors are foreigners. Of that 47%, roughly 30% is China. How are we going to work out fair trade agreements with China when they are our principal creditor overseas? It's all interrelated. We have to deal with the debt issue. We have to quit subjugating our foreign policy goals to what our creditors may demand in order for them to continue to give us the money that we need just to cover our living expenses.
A couple minutes left here with Congressman Brooks. Diana, Republican, in Commerce, Texas.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Congressman Brooks, for your principled position on this bill. I'm still about to spit nails after seeing Gerald Connolly say that that the Republicans were lying about gutting Medicare $500 billion. That is a bald-faced lie. They did indeed gut Medicare $500 billion, and for scaring Medicare and Social Security recipients into believing that they were not going to receive their payments if this thing was not passed. That was not even a possibility. It was never going to happen. They were always going to receive their payments. Next, I think that all of this tirade against the Tea Parties it's absolutely over the top. Calling Tea Party activists terrorists is just unbelievable to me. It's driven me. I will get out in the streets and march with them the next time they get activated. And next, I'm so angry about this bill. The whole talk was about things were going to be posted on the internet for 3 days and allow everybody time to read it and see what's in it. This is more of the Nancy Pelosi thing of you got to pass the bill to find out